cleaner than the bitch. When I walk by, try to suck on my drip. I be cleaner than the bitch. When I walk by, try to soak on my drip. Pull up to the spot, get the.
What is up, YouTube? It is your girl Tanika, Touched by Tanika, whichever one you want to call me. But I'm here today to go ahead and discuss with you how I got motivated to stick with doing nails. So obviously, I don't know if I guess it would be called like a stereotype or whatever, that the Asian ladies are the ones who are like the only ones that can do nails. But sis, it's 2019. Us African American women, or minority women period, have definitely been coming up and doing the damn thing. Like doing the damn thing. Like I follow so many nail techs, it doesn't make any sense at all. But then again, it does make sense because it contributes to my business, because I learn different things from different nail techs from everywhere. So it's definitely helpful to have people who are like motivating you, people who are doing the same thing as you on your Instagram page or social media period. You don't want nobody on there talking all negative and talking about somebody baby daddy, or talking about this and that, or posting fights and shit like that. That's not contributing to your business whatsoever. So what you want is, you want people who are very business savvy. You want people who are very motivating, encouraging, to be on your page. Myself, I follow like a lot of celebrities because I'm going to be a celebrity nail tech soon, speaking it, okay? And so I follow a lot of celebrities, mainly the women, but I also have a couple of guys on there because I don't mind doing manly manicures or whatever. And yeah, it's just, I just follow what interests me. Like, I even follow makeup and hair. Like, I don't consider myself a hairstylist, and I definitely don't consider myself a makeup artist, but because it's the things that I enjoy doing, especially like for myself as like a pampering type of thing or whatever, like self-care, I go ahead and I need to sit right in the seat, but I just go ahead and just like follow them, because it's like, this is what I like to do. Like, this makes me happy, makes me feel good, makes me feel beautiful. So it's just kind of like, why not? So like I said, because I was rambling just a little bit, I have to get my tea, okay? Because I'm pretty thirsty. But anyways, so so being a African American nail tech, it had its pros and cons. I think right now I'm dealing more so with all of the pros. Like, everything is just positive around me, and I just love it. I love how far I've came from the very beginning. Like, I know you guys like watched my like how I got started with the nails video, but I also, like, if you haven't watched it, like, you need to just go back, like, exit out this video and go to that video, and you need to watch it so that you can just like pay attention and understand like where I'm coming from personally, because it's nothing against anybody else, or it's not trying to like put nobody else's stuff down or anything like that. This is just like how I got started and like the steps that I had to go through. So I guess I'll just start with like how I'm struggling with this paper, whatever. So I'm just gonna start with how I basically stayed motivated. So I will start with, okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start with when I used to do nails at my mom's house. Okay, so when I did nails out of my mom's house, I was still currently in college, and I decided that I didn't want to stay on campus anymore because it was too expensive, and I didn't want to pull out any more student loans because they're a beast. And so I ended up working at Forever 21, right? So I ended up basically getting fired for some bullshit because of the simple fact that I just simply let them know, like, I'm not y'all's FBI agent. If y'all got people stealing in y'all stores, you know what I'm saying, y'all need to figure that out. That has nothing to do with me. I wasn't doing it. So, whatever. So whenever I got fired from Forever 21, I was definitely down in the dumps because I never got fired from a job at all. So it really just hurt my little pride. And so I'm at my mom's house and I'm just sitting there and I'm just so grumpy. I'm in a bad space and I'm like, man, like, what am I gonna do for money? Like, that was my money maker. At that time I was getting paid $10.50 an hour or whatever. And to me, I feel like that's good for a college student, and that's good to be working in the mall too, because you know, sometimes mall jobs be bullshitting with the pay. So I was just so down in the dumps, and my mom was just like, you ain't about to sit here and be down in the dumps. You better get up and do something about it, or just sit there and just be pouty. Like, what are you gonna do? And so at that moment, it just sparked my mom, like, you know what, my mama is right. Let me get off my ass and do what I gotta do. So because I was already dabbling in nails, I'm like, shit, fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and go full-time with the whole nails. So at that point, I started, I didn't really have any clients at that time, but I had sisters and I had my mom. So I was like, let me go ahead and do my sister's nails, like post them, do my own nails and post them and stuff like that. And so that's how I learned how to do the advertising. Whenever I did the advertising, I wasn't like I had to learn over time, like how to use the hashtags, how to place the nails in the pictures, how to position the hands in the pictures and everything like that, because it really is like a technique to it, which I never thought it was. And so I ended up starting doing nails, and then next thing you know, my clients started rolling in, because let's face it, a black girl doing nails, everybody loved the sound of that. So everybody was coming. And then, over time, like, things just started getting really, really tough. But let me backtrack all the way back to what really made me go hard with nails. That's probably, I want to say, is like my number one motivator to why I kept up with doing the nails. I have to continuously remind myself about it. So in college, I used to go to this popular nail salon, and everybody went there. I don't know how we were paying for all of that stuff, because like I said in the video before, we was broke. I don't know how we was keeping up with getting our nails done every 2 weeks, but we was making it happen because we was just making shit happen. It was fly as fuck, and that was that. So there was this really, really popular nail tech there. She was bomb as fuck at all her work or whatever. She was the best one in the whole entire salon. Everybody was going to her to get her nails done. And so I remember one of my friends was sitting there getting her nails done, and I was sitting on the side, and I was just like talking to her, because I'm like, damn, like, this is just amazing. Like, she bombed. She got long nails, working with long nails, like, that's tight as fuck. So I was just like, I asked her how much she would charge me to train me. Like, how much would you charge to like show me everything that you know, like, about nails, like to teach me how to do nails like you, pretty much, or whatever. And her words were, basically she was just like, you won't get a lot of business out here, because like I said, I'm in Oklahoma. So she was like, you won't get a lot of business out here because you're black, and Asians are known to be the best at doing nails, so you're not going to get a lot of business out here. And then the conversation just proceeded, but that was like the main part of the conversation that just stuck out to me or whatever. And I was just like, damn, like, did she just say that shit to me? Like, it ain't nothing but my people up in this motherfucker supporting it. So I don't understand, like, why me out of all people would not be able to do this. So that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way, but at that time I just kind of like brushed it off, but it just kept on popping up in the back of my head. So moving along forward, to back to my mom's house or whatever, I started getting like a lot of backlash and stuff, because you know, when you first start doing something, some people are just not always like the best whenever they first start, and I definitely was not the best whenever I first started, but I was definitely willing to learn no matter what. So I used to just study like other nail techs, like how they worked, the things that they did. I used to figure out like how their policies worked, what they did about certain clients, what they do when they come in contact with certain clients that are negative. Like, I just had to figure that out. And so what that girl had said to me just kept on sticking to me. But then I also had like some of my people, you know, throwing shade and everything like that, and it's just like, damn, like, all I need is support. That's all I need. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, and I feel like a person that is humble shouldn't have to stay there and humble, but y'all, I don't like walk around acting like I'm the shit. Like, people tell me all the time how good I am or whatever. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, because that is definitely another thing that motivates me, is just seeing like all the young people, or even older people, that just come to me like out of the blue, like that I don't even know, and they tell me like how good I am, or people from different states and everything that just tell me like how good I am. And it really makes me feel good on the inside, because as I said in the video before, I am a self-doubter. But I'm working through that. I'm getting better with that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and rebuke that statement, because I'm not a self-doubter. I'm not a self-doubter. I'm not a self-doubter, period. Okay. So yeah, so I use everything that everybody was saying, like, oh, she thinks she's the shit, oh, her nails don't stay on long, she ain't got no license. That was the number one thing that people used to always say. I used to get on my fucking nerves, but sis is licensed. And so it was just, I had to think in my mind, like, if this is something that you really want to do, then you're gonna do it, like, regardless of what anybody has to say. And so I was just like, you know what, you're right. Like, I'm just gonna, keep on stepping out on faith and doing what it is that I gotta do. I kid y'all not, like, I just kept on like working at it and working at it and working at it, and just kept on telling myself, like, no matter what anybody says, somebody's gonna always have something negative to say. Like, no matter what you do, somebody's gonna always have something negative to say. I got bacon neck going on. Ugh. And so it was just, I had to block it out. I had to block it out so much, and I had to realize like who I was and where I wanted to be. And in my mind, it's just like, I am going to be the black nail tech in Oklahoma. Like, that's just what it's going to be. Like, I may not be the only one, but I'm definitely going to be a highly recommended one. I always prayed that I will be a highly recommended nail tech in the city, or just anywhere. Like, when people come to the city, like, it's me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be me that they want to come to. And I feel like I manifested that, and it happened. Like, I mean, no boost at all. Like, it really did happen. And so I just, over time, I just kept on like saying my prayer and just like protecting my energy, because you come in contact with so many people. You touch so many people whenever you're doing nails. It's just kind of like, you just want to make sure that your energy is protected, your aura is protected, your space is protected. I sage, I do all of that stuff. I have my own affirmations, and I've been learning how to use my affirmations. I have the crystals, and of course I have God, because none of that replace God whatsoever. I made sure that whatever I wanted my goal to be, I made sure that I focused on that. And then whenever I had whenever I got married, and then whenever we had our son, it was just like, I have no choice but to go hard, because I have a child. So I would say that that's probably like the next thing that motivated me, was whenever I had my son. Whenever I had my son, it was just like, shit, I have a whole little person that can't do for themselves. So it's me and my husband's job to make shit happen regardless. So, people are gonna forever try to come into your space. You're gonna have friends that you're gonna lose or whatever. And unfortunately, it sucks, because sometimes it be friends from like a long time ago or whatever. But shit, if they ain't meant to get on that damn boat with you, then let that bitch drown, and you keep on fucking floating. Because at the end of the damn day, like, you have a purpose in life that you are trying to do. You're not here to please nobody. You're here to follow that will that God has placed out for you, to follow what it is that God has for you. And if you do not make that happen, if you're so focused on trying to make sure that everybody else is good, and you're not focused on your goals and what you're going to do, then everybody else is going to continue to accomplish their shit. Every idea that you had in your mind that you wanted to do, that you wrote down, that you wrote on your poster board or your vision board, whatever, all them ideas is just going to go to shit. And you're going to see somebody else succeeding with the same ideas that you had. You didn't have to tell them. It's just, everybody got like ideas. A lot of people have like a lot of the same ideas. That's how I feel like we are all connected in some kind of way. But not everybody is on that spiritual level to understand that. But I just personally feel like if you're going to make something happen, if you want your business to flourish and to thrive, and you want that stream of income to continuously come in, you're going to get motivated to do your shit, to make sure that you educate yourself and continue to educate yourself. Never stop learning. Don't think that because you get to a certain point in life, or you get a certain amount of followers or whatever, don't think that you learn or you know everything, because you don't. It's always something to be learned, or to be taught, whatever. But it's just, you have there's so much stuff out here. There's plenty of money out here for everybody to be successful. There's plenty of people out here to help put you on, but you just got to keep that faith. You got to stay motivated, because at the end of the day, you are your own person. And if you give that control to somebody else, then you might as well hang that shit up and call it a day. Like, you might as well just like let it go, because you can't depend on man to make shit happen. You got to depend on God to make it happen for you. You have to have that faith. The faith ain't gotta be out of this world, but if you just got a little bit of faith that God is gonna make it happen for you, he gonna make it happen for you. Like, kid you not. So I guess I could say the things that kept me motivated was somebody telling me because I'm black I wasn't gonna be successful. Getting backlash from my own people, basically telling me that I'm not gonna be anything, that I'm thinking I'm all that I don't have a license, so I'm not gonna get that much business, whatever the case may be. And my son, those three things are the main things that motivated me to keep going. And yeah, that's about it. So I just want you guys to stay motivated. So if there's a nail tech that is in the beginning stages, do not give up, baby. Do not give up, because I'm telling you, as long as you work at it, you keep on practicing all of your techniques, you keep educating yourself on the products and everything, it's gonna happen for you. It really is. Like, I've been doing it for 7 years, but every single year I have learned something new and something huge. I have met new people. I have eliminated people out of my life that were negative, that negativity was trying to attach to me, and I had to let it go. I had to basically, you know what I'm saying, I just had to figure out who I was. I had to figure out who Tanika was, and that's the biggest thing, because over time you do change. You're not going to be the same person that you were 5 years ago, or hell, you might not be the same person that you are now 5 years later. Like, that's just life. So I just want you to stay motivated and just keep going, because at the end of the day, the best revenge is your paper. Beyonce said it best. Okay, so get that paper, get them clients, get that Instagram or whatever social media you're using popping. I would say Instagram, because that's the best thing. Get them hashtags up. Make sure whatever brand that you're using, make sure you tag them, because that's more exposure. Sometimes they'll repost your post, sometimes they'll comment on your post. People like to see shit like that. So just keep going, and yeah. So I think that's all I got for today. I will give y'all more videos and question and answer. A question and answer video is definitely in the works right now. If y'all got any questions that y'all would love to ask me, definitely put the questions down below, and I will answer them questions in the next video. Love y'all and peace. Almost forgot. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. More videos are coming soon, and if y'all want something, let me know. Put it in the comments, put it in whatever, send it to my DM on Instagram, whatever. I am here for all of it, and I love y'all. Peace again.